Hey, you guys, this is Rashawn Ellis for News, Views, and Conversations. Just want to pop in real quick and leave you with the police report for Romeca Meeks. Guys, we're going to be here for a minute. We're going to be here for a very long time until we get this case, hopefully, some justice for Mrs. Meeks, because it's just really a terrible shame, of what happened to her. The more information that I find out, the more information that I hear is really leading to setup. From what I'm understanding, Holly, she got her license to carry in March of 2025. And now here we are with the deletion of Romeca Meeks. So I want you guys to take in the police report, hear the information of every video that I do bring you in reference to this case, because we're going to be here for a minute. It's diabolical. It's very sinister of what we've already, watched play out so far. I think he made another appearance on social media a few weeks ago, cussing out everybody, mad because he's really being outed. Well, you should have thought about what you did before you did it. And that's one thing about crime investigations. The criminal always gets caught. I mean, they don't plan for what ends up coming out. I mean, they have that magical thinking in their mind, making them think that they can get away with stuff. It never goes that way. It never plays out that way. So, like I said, we're gonna have to sit here and see how this all plays out, all the information that comes out. I'm understanding that they are to go before a grand jury pretty soon. We haven't been given a specific date, so we're still waiting to hear that information. So what I'm thinking is they're getting all their ducks together. They're getting all the information. They're lining everything up before they present. And when they present, that's when there will be an arrest. So very diabolical. This is just my thoughts, my opinion only. I'm wondering, because I know that Romeca and Carlos had been going back and forth, and she made a statement saying, she wasn't afraid anymore and that she was going to out everything, like, just what everything that's been going on. And I'm understanding that he also has scammer vibes too. He's doing things that are illegal. I'm wondering, did he want her gone because he did not want her to tell on him or something? Just my thoughts, my opinion only. Because what reason would you want to see her be deleted like that in that way? And then you're going to use Holly to do it. It makes no sense to me, but that's just where I'm going with it, what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. Like I said, we're going to continue to watch and hear and see what else comes out next before we present any other information. But as I said before, I'm going to leave you with a police report. This is from Keys News Network. He is the best. Stay tuned to his channel. He's dropping all the bombs. He did one video the other day showing the where the cars were parked, showing that during the deletion of Romeca, Holly has all of this ketchup on her, and so does Carlos, pretty much stating that, hey, she couldn't have been trying to delete her from far away. That was up close. And if that's the case, 10 times out of 10, he literally held her for her to get deleted. And from what one of the witnesses saw, the first or the second witness, I believe it was the male witness, stating that he held her. And from what we heard, he actually said he did something as well. Carlos, continue to stay tuned. Stay tuned to Keys News Network. Continue to stay tuned to Koldpiece TV as well. So we're all like sharing information here, trying to find out what took place. But like I said, this doesn't look good. The more information I find out, the more that I hear, this is not looking too good at all for either party. I'm understanding also that it could possibly be the third witness based off the police report. Again, this is not good. I believe the first two witnesses, the lady and the man. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Again, definitely tune into Keys News Network TV and also Koldpiece TV and Chanel's Radio TV as well, because I'm trying to get all the information I can get. And as I said before, we're going to follow this through until we get justice. Justice for Romeca Meeks and her family and her son. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey y'all, hey, good morning. Back with another video. This video is of course about our girl Romeca Meeks. In this video, I'm just gonna bring you two clips that I have of the police report that dropped. Shout out to Keys for that information. I seen it on another platform that somebody else shared though, but it's from him. And the actual paperwork of the filing that Holly did for the restraining order against Romeca. When I say, just with these two things alone, I feel like justice is really going to be served. She going to jail. First of all, when y'all hear this information, baby, because I'm not even finna say anything, too much of anything, because I want y'all to take in the information yourselves and come to your conclusion. But Khadijah, Holly, whatever you want to call her ass, going down. She is going down. That's my personal opinion, how I feel. How she get out of this, if she get out of it, I can't see it. But if she does, she has some hella strings being pulled. And Carlos, by the way, he's a piece of shit in my opinion. I want to know in that redacted police report exactly what did he say, because he literally gave a statement. But that's all I'm going to say. He is a piece of work. I just had to pause because I'm just trying not to go there, but he's a piece of fucking work. But let's get into these clips that I have. And y'all can comment in the comment section, and when I get the chance, I will respond back to you guys. But y'all, this is crazy. Let's get into it.
That the murder happened by his house. Let's end that shit now. Carlos stays on State Street. The school is on Cermak. The murder happened 20 West Cermak. Cermak versus State Street. If I died on Cermak and not State Street, which one did I die closer to? The school or this motherfucker house? That one, right? Boom. The victim, the individual, Romeca Blackman, demographics, female, date of birth, that that's been redacted. She's 31 years old. Witness number one. Witness number one. Her sobriety, she was sober. The beat was 5100. This was a male, white Hispanic, a white Hispanic male, y'all. Remember that. This is witness number one. There's only 3 witnesses for this case. A white Hispanic male, aged 30 to 40. Okay, cool. They talked on the phone. Other communication and availability, they talked on the phone for about 23 minutes, available time. Well, they don't got that on there because the witness isn't hiding, y'all. The witness isn't, except one witness. There's one witness then popped out, but let me finish, right? Witness number 2, name has been redacted. Residence has been redacted. This is a white Hispanic, age 21 years old, sober, on the scene, sober, sobriety, sober. So both the white Hispanic witnesses are sober. When Romeca died, her sobriety was unknown. As y'all can see, it say unknown, type shit. Check this out. Witness number 3. Now, this is the most diabolical witness. Y'all guess who this is. Now, this witness had his ID and everything on the scene, right? Witness number 3, name redacted, residence redacted, sobriety unknown. Demographics, he was male, black, about 6 feet tall, 205 pounds, brown eyes, black hair, hairstyle. What was his hairstyle? Dreadlocks, medium brown complexion, medium build. He had a full beard. It might have been scrubby, but it's a full beard. This witness gave his state ID. He from Illinois, and his age is 36 years old. What witness y'all think that is, y'all? Who do y'all think witness number 3 is? Witness number 3 told everything. In the chat, who is witness number 3? He got dreadlocks. He's 36 years old. I'm going to let y'all do it. I'm going to just play a little clip of who it might be. Pistol, Meg Torres. We went over all this, right? Now, she shot Romeca 3 times, y'all. But one of them got stuck in the chamber. I want y'all to remember that. Now we're going to skip down all this part. Right? Boom, boom, boom. We're going to go right here. Now, this is the initial. We skipping this because this is the detectives' names and the forensic. Now, this is where it get crazy at. Event number 25201332227, whatever the fuck that means. This is a BWC recorded event. In summary, Reporting officers was dispatched to an initial call to a battery in progress. So the police came there for a battery in progress, y'all. It was a fight before anything. So when Nigel Falls did that fake ass witness, that was Carlos. However, that said they called the police first. No, whoever called the police first called about the battery. So it was a battery in progress when it came to the scene. Crazy work. Additional calls of a third party claimed shots were fired near Cermak and State, in which a caller heard 3 to 4 shots upon arrival. Reporting officers observed a female, one unresponsive, on the ground, appeared to have multiple gunshot wounds to the body. Crazy work. Reporting officers immediately began trying to render first aid, and by requesting EMS, they used radio. The reporting officers placed the victim on her side due to the pool of blood gathering on her mouth. Why did Carlos drop the body? According to the witnesses, Carlos dropped the body. Romeca was still alive. When the police got on the scene, Romeca was still alive. Why didn't Carlos turn Romeca on her side? While on the scene, multiple witnesses, including witness number, look, y'all, this is how we know who witness number 3 is off this statement. Check this out. When they came to the scene, while on the scene, multiple witnesses, including witness number 1 and witness number 2, who related to the arresting officers, the offender being on the scene, arresting officers detained Quadesia John, what time they took her ass to jail? 09:32 hours. Upon detaining arrestee, it said, upon detaining arresting detainee, arrestee related verbatim to arresting officers. Quadesia, aka Holly Scary, said that she was a concealed to carry owner and she had an order of protection out of excited utterance and was pre-Miranda. Police said she told them that shit pre-Miranda rights, right? When arresting officers required about the location of firearm used via general on the scene questioning, arrestee related that it was located on the passenger floorboard of her black Chevrolet bearing Illinois plate, out the bam, parked on the side of the street. Beat 133H recovered the firearm from the passenger floorboard at 0910 hours. Real, and the police retrieved it from the same place. Crazy work. The arresting officer spoke with witness number 3. Victim was transported by ambulance to Stroger Hospital and was pronounced at 0942 hours by Dr. Starr. Transported arrestee to Area 3 for further processing. So Romeca was pronounced dead by the doctor. Holly Scary she was detained, right? The person that was arrested did not appear to have any physical injuries at this time. The person arrested refused EMS. So for somebody that just fought off an immediate threat, y'all, Romeca was a threat, allegedly, right? So for a person who just fought off a threat, you hid the gun. You had enough time to beat the threat, hide your gun, and you refused the ambulance. You refused EMS, and you didn't have no injuries to your body. She also said no to her baby getting relocated, and she hid the gun under the floorboard of the car. All this for a motherfucker that was so scared for their life. This part right here, that DCFS was called. Elizabeth C. was called at 14:05 hours. So they called DCFS on her ass in the building. Guess what she did with the gun, y'all? When she hit that gun, guess what else, y'all? Why y'all think she called DCFS on? Why y'all think the police called DCFS on her? She put the gun in the car with a live round. Remember this part of the police report where it said it was a live round, right? So look, she shot Romeca 3 times, but it was one live round still left up in the chamber. It's a live rounds 1. So by her putting that gun in the car with that live round in it, that gun could have still went off, and that gun could have shot that baby, y'all. You got to go to jail. You shot her, then tried to hide the gun. You so scary, you had the gun with a live round in the gun. So when she's trying to put the gun under the wheel bearing, The motherfucker gun could have shot off, ricochet, hit the 6-month-old baby, and everything. Is y'all crazy, man? Is y'all crazy? Now that's the post.
As you guys know, Romeca Blackman was killed by Quadasia Johnson, aka Holly Johnson, September 8th of 2025. The first thing she stated after that killing was she has a CCL. Okay, looking at this order of protection. And it gives me some understanding and clarity also why the initial emergency order of protection was denied. Hey, Miss Unique, how are you? But I feel it's very important that people educate themselves and see what's in writing in order to make a educated decision, is go over this order of protection in words and what it said and get some understanding with you guys why it was initially denied on December the 4th. So regarding Romeca Meeks Blackman. And when I was going over those things, I found it important to let people know that she does not live in that apartment anymore. So the family is not concerned about any eviction whatsoever because they're stating she doesn't have anything in that apartment. So as far as any background, she doesn't have a background. And that domestic arrest that was also attached to criminal damage to property was essentially dropped. So she doesn't have a background. And anyone who's been a nurse or knows a nurse knows that nurses can't have one. So let's go talk about this order of protection. So this is the summons. Quadasia Johnson, Romeca Blackman. Excuse how it's fuzzy because the courts, their copy machine, I don't know if a girl knew how to work it or whatever, but you can see it's a shadow. So this is just a summons for the protective order, page 1 of 3. Each 2 of 3. Okay, saying, and why doesn't it state here who's protected by this order? Why is that just blank? She doesn't even know how to fill stuff out. Okay, and so here is checked, for the remedy of plaintiff and, prohibits the respondent from knowingly coming within or remaining within a specified distance of petitioner's residence, school, place of employment, or other places. And so it says respondent has no right to be present, and the balance of hardship favors petitioner in prohibiting respondent from being present. And so there's nothing listed as specific areas. Okay. Also, it's just empty. Basically, it's not dated or signed, and that's probably why it got denied, including the nature of everything. And so it's saying that respondent is prohibited from threatening or committing stalking. Stalking means engaging in a course of conduct directed at a specific person when you know or should know that the course of conduct would cause a reasonable person to fear for his or her safety or the safety of a third person or suffer emotional distress. A stalking course of conduct include acts in which you directly or indirectly, by any action, method, device, or means, follow, monitor, observe, surveil, threaten, or engage in any other contact or interfere with or damage a person's property or pet. Stalking can include contact via electric communication. See 740 ILCS 2110 for additional definitions. Number 2, the respondent is prohibited from having any contact with petitioner and or if minor child lists only initials. And so there was no minor child at the time, so you just see Quadasia Johnson here. Number 3, the respondent is prohibited from knowingly coming within or knowingly remaining within 1,000 feet of the petitioner's residence. Okay, and so the following and other injunctive relief is also ordered: no contact with petitioner via third parties or social media. That this is the protective order information sheet for the sheriff's office for sheriff's use only. Oops, but it's public information, so we're using it today. Okay, so it says check all that apply to respondent, and I noticed that they checked suicidal tendencies and also likely to be under the influence of alcohol and also likely to be under the influence of drugs. And so this information was given to them by Holly Johnson, aka Quadasia Johnson. Quadasia Johnson, what do you know about Romeca Meeks Blackman to where you can say that she has suicidal tendencies because according to your self-defense claim, she homicidal. So in your petition, well, not your petition, but in the information sheet for the sheriff's office, they have history, a mental illness not checked, suicidal tendencies checked, likely to be under the influence of alcohol, likely to be under the influence of drugs. Nothing's checked under likely to carry a weapon. So you didn't give them any information about Romeca carrying a weapon when you filed your protective order. So no weapons in the home and not likely to carry a weapon. It's not checked. But the other negative things that you wanted to state, they have marked off. Girl, you going to jail. You going to jail. We went over this page 2 or 3. And this is another 2 or 3 of the no stalking order. You know, and I went over that prohibited from committing stalking, 1,000 feet from petitioner. Okay. So instructions were for Romeca to come to, well, this was the date issued, December 4th. So she contact. This is the final order that was on 7/14/2025. And this definitely was a default judgment because I have that information as well. So she was not informed of the court date or missed the court date. And this was a default judgment that was entered to extend the order through 2027 after, I definitely went over that. The judge in this case was Judge Weaver. And show and prove. This is Holly's statement, you guys. This is Holly's statement. This is Holly's statement. Here I go again. Romeca Blackman called my grandmother's cell phone December 3rd at 12:48 p.m. twice and at 12:50 p.m. and said, "Is this Esther Johnson? I'm going to kill your granddaughter, Khadijah." On November 14th, Romeca Blackman liked a video on my TikTok and I immediately blocked her. On November 8th, Romeca Blackman reached out to my close friend Rebecca by phone stating she going to beat my ass. November 7th, Romeca Blackman called my phone unknown multiple times that day from her phone and her son's cell phone number. I have an app on my phone that shows me who's calling me unknown. That's how I knew who was calling me unknown. October 29th and 30th, Romeca Blackman called my phone unknown multiple times that day as well, and I have the app that shows me who's calling unknown from her son's phone and her phone. September 28th, Romeca Blackman called me multiple times that day and said she hopes me and my baby die. She said she's going to bust my head open when she sees me. September 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th, Romeca Blackman called my phone multiple times a day, asked where I'm at and what she's going to do to me. Also was hitting Carlos Smith while on the phone, and I heard her son in the ground saying, "Stop hitting my daddy." October 27th, Romeca Blackman called my phone multiple times that day, saying she's going to kill me. October 9th, she called me unknown multiple times. At 2 a.m., I was asleep and did not answer. September 16th, Romeca Blackman texted my phone with bothering messages. September 15th, Romeca Blackman texted me. September 7th, Romeca Blackman called and texted me and sent me inappropriate videos on her private area. August 28th, Romeca called me and left me a voicemail. She has left me voicemails on multiple occasions. Romeca Blackman has reached out to me multiple times on Instagram, calling and writing to me multiple times. May 13th was the most recent harassment on Instagram. Romeca Blackman Googled my name and found my grandmother's address, found my mother's phone number, found my grandmother's phone number, and is currently seeking my home address. Romeca Blackman calls my friend Rebecca unknown and straight through multiple a day as well. Romeca Blackman texted my mother's phone looking for me. Romeca Blackman texted Carlos' phone, my grandmother's address, and also called Rebecca and told Rebecca she has my grandmother's address. None of this says that you ever met her in person. It says she had everybody's address, everybody's phone number. Yet nothing in here says that she ever confronted you face to face. This right here is why I call bullshit. This right here, you're sworn, you know this is sworn testimony, right? This petition, you do know that this is sworn testimony and that anything that deviates from this means that you perjured yourself. Right? According to you, May 13th was the most recent of 2024. Because this petition was filed December the 4th, okay? So it had to be May of 2024. So don't come to me with no BS, people. It couldn't have been anything but May of 2024 or May of 2023. But seeing that she had been in contact with you since the summer, right? Or before the summer, May is like really basically the beginning of summer. And that was the last contact on Instagram, okay? And then you have these August incidents, September incidents, even October and November. Why did you walk your ass in there thinking you would get an emergency petition granted in December? She's been in contact with you all of this time and you didn't feel like you were in danger or that anything was going to happen to you, right? See when this was filed? December 4th, 2024.
TV, we bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confused. From the streets to the world, keep it real, no cap. You're breaking headlines, put the truth on the map. Koldpiece TV, we bringing the news. Facts stay sharp, yeah, we never confused.